ChatGPT has been making waves all over the internet, from passing a final year MBA exam at the Wharton Business School to passing a bar exam and also generating some very impressive artwork. So this begs the question of what is ChatGPT? And I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen headlines and maybe videos about ChatGPT. So in this video, what I wanted to do is basically kind of look at ChatGPT and what it is. But also the big thing that I really want to look at toward the end of this video is look at what I think how human would have to interact with technology going into the future, especially with artificial intelligence like ChatGPT. And the second thing is really also begs the question of what will be the impact of artificial intelligence, aka ChatGPT and many others, on the future of the labor market and more specifically on skilled jobs. So basically ChatGPT was launched on November 30th, 2022 last year to basically the general public, and it was launched for testing. And pretty much since then, ChatGPT went on to reach 1 million users in about 5 days. And it's been crazy waves all over the internet. Everyone is talking about it. So then now, first thing first, what does ChatGPT even mean? Basically, the GPT in ChatGPT stand for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. And the way ChatGPT works is it basically uses machine learning, and more specifically things such as deep learning and supervised learning to basically generate text and images. And it's so good. It is so good that it's able to have human-like behavior and human-like thinking. And it's been, pretty much able to generate some pretty great things. And I have some examples of things that I tried to ask GPT to do, and I will be showing you guys soon some of the answers that I got. And so this is it. I mean, guys, I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty impressive. And so some more background about ChatGPT. Basically, ChatGPT is owned by its parent company called OpenAI. And OpenAI was originally founded by Sam Altman and the infamous Elon Musk. But Elon Musk has since left the company a while back. When OpenAI was created, it wasn't supposed to be a for-profit company. And I think this is one of the reasons why, when Elon Musk felt that the direction of the company was going toward a different direction, he ended up leaving. I think that's what I read. I may be wrong on this, so please do not me quote on this. One thing that we all need to know about ChatGPT is as it's using these machine learning algorithm, ChatGPT was only trained to data up to 2021. So if you try to ask ChatGPT about things and some data of things that happened after 2021, it will tell you that it's not able to answer that because it's only been trained up to 2021. And so, I'm not going to try and go into the nitty-gritty and exactly how it works and how the algorithm works and all that. All you just need to know is it basically uses machine learning, and you can go read all about machine learning on the internet. I don't need to go all in details about machine learning. And so now the question that this begs is, what can ChatGPT practically do? And guys, since I am a nerd myself and I'm an engineer and all, the first thing that I asked GPT was to basically, if ChatGPT could write a code that basically calculates the speed of a free-falling body. And guys, this is pretty impressive as I'm showing you guys on the screen what it's basically able to do. And it basically went on and wrote a Python script for a free-falling body, right? Hey, if you've taken physics, maybe you remember what these equations look like. Or maybe looking at these equations, you're getting some PTSD. Anyway, so see, this is the first thing, right? So it's able to do this. right? And then now, the second thing that I went on and asked GPT was to basically, explain the concept of conservation of energy and also provide an equation for it, which is really interesting, guys, because you can see, as you were seeing on the screen, it is generating these texts and giving me these equations, and it is pretty impressive how it's being able to spit these things. And when you look at these things, especially with conservation of energy, the big thing here is energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only be transformed. So if you want to pause and read all the stuff that it's generating, you can pause and read everything. But this is the summary of basically what it's saying in there. I have to be honest with you guys, it is pretty impressive what it's able to do. But these are just things that have already been set on the internet in books and stuff. Maybe they might be easy to just spit out. Another thing is to ask, because I think you can also get a little bit creative. It can help you with people that make content for YouTube, just like myself, right? So I thought to ask ChatGPT, hey ChatGPT, can you give me 10 ideas about how to save money? And as you can see, the first idea is basically 10 simple tricks to save money on groceries. And second one is how to create a budget that actually works. And then it goes on and on and on and on. This is where the two questions that I posed at the beginning of this video comes up. The first thing is, how will human have to interact with AI into the future, artificial intelligence or just technology in general? And I think we need to back up into the present right now, because we already interact with technology right now. Things such as Instagram and YouTube, the platform that you're watching me right now, your phone or computer that you're using, or TV that you're using, right? And so, guys, I think we as humans have to redefine the way that we interact with technology. And I think it's very, very, very important, because I did an experiment in the month of January. I did 21 days of basically fast and prayer. And in those 21 days, one of the things that I decided to fast was to fast Instagram and social media. So I was off Instagram and social media for 21 days. And guys, there is something really interesting that I noticed. I noticed that all of a sudden I had a whole lot of free time on my plate, that I needed ways to fill up those times, because I was wasting those times on these platforms, right? And so now I was able to have more time in my days that I could use to go to the gym longer, because I was going to the gym maybe for half an hour, 45 minutes. Now I started going to the gym longer because I had longer time. But I was also able to just have some time of reflection of myself and where I am today as far as my goals and where I want to go, and think about the future, right? And so that's when you start realizing that, the way that we interact with technology right now is we get so lost and so deep into it that at some point we even forget about ourselves. And it's really important to have these moments where you just able to interact with yourself, just feel yourself and where you're going, and just be in tune with you. And I don't know if you're spiritual too, maybe also being in tune with your spirituality. And so it was really interesting during that time, because I would wake up in the morning, guys, and I pick up the phone. The first thing that I would do is I want to open the Instagram app, right? And then it would stop myself because I already logged out, so I'm not gonna log in. But then at that moment I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing, right? And so this is the first thing that I personally I'm thinking that we really have to redefine how we interact with technology, because when we start bringing things that are even more complex, such as artificial intelligence with GPT, guys, at that point we're going to be having these machines, these robots that have human-like behavior, and we're going to be interacting with them. And I think this is going to change humanity, and I am not sure if we are ready for that, because I can already see a bunch of issues just with what we have today from social media and all these things. And so that is the first question. Now, the second question, which I think a lot of people are probably also waiting for this one, is what would be the impact on the labor market, especially for skilled jobs? Because when we look at ChatGPT. ChatGPT is able to basically even do some very advanced tasks, human tasks, such as coding and all these things. So are we going to need software engineers into the future? So guys, I want to provide you guys a maybe unique experience that most people don't have. As some of you know, I'm an engineer. I work in tech, and I work in the semiconductor industry. And I'm not going to say which company I work for, but basically the company that I work for, we make computer chips. And the big thing that I've seen is in the semiconductor industry, the production of semiconductors is entirely automated. You don't have humans that are actually doing the production. Everything is done by machines. And so at my job, I see how some of these things break down. And when they break down, we need human interaction to be able to fix them. So then now one can tell me, well, hey, maybe we can create some robots and AI that could be able to fix themselves. But the big thing is, I think the big thing is you can only be able to train these things up to whatever information they have. Once a new failure happened on the robot or on the machine, and this is something that is very common that happens even at my job, right? Is you may have a failure that happens, and the machine is not able to recover itself, right? And so because what it's done is, with that type of manufacturing process, you remove the human component out of it and you make machines to do all of your production. But then now it creates new jobs. The new jobs that have been created are the jobs of the people that needs to be around to do, because these things break down. These things need maintenance, and not just maintenance, these things need repairs. And sometimes things just don't work. Like, you just try, you have to keep trying, you have to keep looking for root causes and stuff. So this is the part where I'm myself thinking that, hey, yes, it might disrupt some jobs, but I believe that it's going to create some more jobs because of things that I see. I'm just being realistic, guys. Maybe I am short-minded. That's fine. Please provide your opinion in the description below and we can discuss. But as far as where I see it, I think humans are still going to play a very important role into this world and interacting with AI. And that's just where I stand. The next thing is, guys, because I'm spiritual myself, because I believe in God myself, and the way I look at humans, and not just me look at humans, but how humans are. Humans are basically a combination of four things: our mental, our physics, our spirituality, and our emotions. We can make these AI somewhat sentient, but I just don't think that we can make them sentient, fully sentient like humans. We can surely make them pretty intelligent mentally. That's fine, based on very advanced learning of human interaction and human decision making. And then we can make them pretty tough physically, definitely tougher than humans. And they can't have the spirituality component. And I believe the spirituality component is a big component of human beings that makes us unique, that these technology just won't have. And because of these things, that's where I'm seeing that we will still have a very important role into the world and how we're going to interact with AI. But a big thing that I'm going to say is we need to be more responsible in how we are making these things. And I think any company that's developing any type of this type of AI should have either independent checkers who are able to check for biases in their code, for a bunch of things, so that we're able to actually produce things that are actually of good value to society, instead of building things that will actually end up, being detrimental to society. Anyway, so those are my thoughts on ChatGPT, and I hope that you get some value in it. If not, hey, thanks for stopping by. My name is Joel. the other half of Chibind Brothers, please allow me to ask you to hit the like button and subscribe if you got value, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye bye.